This week in the world of news from books, beards, and brews. All right, as
I
always.
want to stop you right there, sir. You are not doing the correct all right, and
it's kind of like lackluster.
And fans are missing the high pitch all right.
All right.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, we had a late night last night. We celebrated my birthday last night.
How old are you now?
34.
Yikes, old.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Still not the oldest person
What
on
are
this
you
podcast.
talking about?
He's the same age as me now.
No, you're much older in spirit.
I don't think that's how that works.
So anyway, I'm Bob of Tales by Bob.
I'm the ass of the podcast, Derek.
I'm creative consultant Tanya.
And so this is our weekly roundup of the latest and greatest in the worlds of news of books, beards, and booze. But before we dive into that, got some business to take care of. First off, Derek, we got a listener email directed towards you.
Okay.
So you've got a cruise coming up.
I do.
Superfan Elizabeth emailed in the following. I have a reading recommendation for Derek's cruise.
Good.
He should take the Edgar Rice Burroughs Princess of Mars trilogy for 3 reasons. 1, 3 books in 1 takes care of the should I take 1 book or more than 1 book issue. Valid.
Fair.
2, he will be on a boat in the ocean in a foreign place he's never been before, not unlike John Carter traveling to Barsoom. So the scene would be set for him.
Okay, okay.
I like it. And number 3, because it's one of my favorites, Heart.
Well, can't argue with that, I guess.
And she closes with happy sailing, Derek.
I don't know about all that. Derek's not all about that water life, but
I think you're gonna like it.
well, one can hope. Well, since this is brought up,
I think you should take Moby Dick.
No.
Why?
Because you're in a boat.
well, I've read
And you're
some
you're
of
going to go to Alaska.
No, if he's gonna do that,
Are
he
you going like whaling
I'm gonna
looking
go-
at whales?
You should take Life of Pi.
I am.
You should take I actually read The Life of Pi.
I'm aware. Why would I read that?
That's about a ship, like people stuck in a
Yeah,
boat
shipwreck.
together.
And then he
I don't think
survives
that.
with
Bitch,
Oh,
I am not
no!
re-
Take Robinson Crusoe, so you can have
No!
something to teach you how to survive.
You
After
could
I
take
re-
Lord of the Flies. That way,
No,
when your ship crashes, you could know what it's like to survive with a
How about like
small
a biography of the Titanic?
Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking as soon as you guys started talking. I was like, yeah, definitely gonna watch the Titanic on this. Definitely.
yeah.
What about like some Kraken books? Like some
Like some sea monster.
monsters from the depths.
You could read The Game Bird by Aidan Walsh. It's about folks on a boat killing a big leviathan thingy.
You could take Annihilation. I think that was set kind of in the Pacific Northwest area, and there was like some creepy, fucky shit happening.
Set in Florida.
Was it?
Yep.
Why did I think it was like Oregon?
Because you're old.
Because if you get to the 3rd book,
I didn't.
There's
I got a
some
book.
stuff
I got to
in
book
there.
1.
But yeah. So Elizabeth, thank you for that awesome email.
Yes, thank you. But also, where are your real suggestions, you two? What kind of friends are you?
The best.
Well,
Then
look,
give
don't you have this trilogy?
I do.
I've read the first book in it. It's been a while. Did I read the first? I don't think I read all of them. I think I read the first one.
You said you did, that I wouldn't like it.
I didn't. I don't think that you would. It's very pulpy.
Yeah, but I know
But I like pulp stuff.
Well, I'm going into this knowing that's what it is.
I like
so that's what
pulpy
I'm
orange
expecting.
juice.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I'm
Okay.
wanting out of it.
Well, then yeah, you might like it.
Bro, I've got all
like
of
the
Fear Agent.
Yeah,
That's the most pulp shit ever.
True. But no, just like it's very much like a pulpy action adventure from like what is like the 1920s or something like that. So it's I don't know that it ain't Name of the Wind. It ain't gonna have that pro. It's not gonna be like the prose heavy stuff that you like. I think it's gonna read more like Lovecraft than Robin Hobb, which I like and a lot of people like, but I worry about you.
Well, I think part of it's managing expectations, and I kind of am going into this being like, this is going to be a pulpy, schlocky, fun adventure.
Oh, it's going to be a lot of fun. So, and you're going on a cruise, you don't want anything super heavy and deep to read. Like, it's going to be a fun read. So,
one drawback, it is a big book.
It's a fast read though.
No, but I mean
talking
just like size.
You know what you do, Derek, is you use your Kindle.
Yeah,
but he's already owned the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you can carry thousands of books.
Well, no, that was the plan, but
I don't know.
This in hard. I mean,
yeah. Well, you could bring that, and if it's not gripping you, you have your Kindle with you as well, with a few books loaded on it, and as a backup plan. But I think it's a good suggestion. Like as long as you don't go into it expecting, Name of the Wind caliber, which is prose. Yeah, then I think it'll be fine.
It's not what I was. Again, like I was pretty aware of what to expect from it, so I'm like, I'm going into. It's like the new Sonic trailer. I saw it. It looks like my favorite kind of awful.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna definitely watch it, but I know it's not gonna be good.
Well,
but I'm gonna still enjoy it because screw you.
Yeah. No. Well, other people, if you have a recommendation for what Derek should read while he's on his cruise, email us at booksbeardsbooze@gmail.com. Quick little bit of other business. We haven't mentioned yet, but this month for our short read club, what we do for those who may be new, every month we pick 2 free-to-read short stories somewhere on the internet, and we provide links to them on our website, booksbeardsbooze.com. And at the end of the month, we do a 30-minute recap where we discuss these episodes.
Yeah, we talk about them, and I have the correct opinions, and then they kind of participate.
These are my stories, so my opinion is the default.
This month, Tanya picked the stories, and they are
never accurate.
It's a pair of Ray Bradbury stories, The Veldt and All in a Summer's Day.
Okay.
So
I will say, like, when you read The Veldt, there are some typos. I couldn't find a better version online, so you'll see like where it says B with a B, like BE, and it should be he with an H. But you can figure it out.
Yeah.
Like it took me a minute. It took me a minute to go like, the fuck? Oh, typos, great. But it's consistent typos.
Don't worry, I'll still give you shit about it. This is your choice. Gosh, Tanya,
it's a great story.
Giving us this. It's spoilers.
I picked them for a reason.
Also, our bi-monthly book club book is Jade City by Fonda Lee. We've already recorded the episode for this. Spoiler, we love this book. We highly recommend you read this book.
Yeah, for sure.
And we've got...
And be prepared for a longer conversation.
In 2 months, we'll have you got 2 months to read it before our
June.
hour and a half long discussion on it drops.
Yep.
So check it out. Great book. And the last little bit of news, we just broke 600 monthly downloads last month. So we tripled our monthly downloads over the course of this year, and we're super excited about that.
Very good. Yeah.
It's thanks to you folks. So thank all y'all.
Yes, thank you very much. Because if we didn't have people to listen, Bob would weep himself. He would cry.
I would.
Do all the crying.
I really would.
I do enough talking to myself. Like, I didn't need to buy a microphone to talk to myself. So I'm glad that at least now I'm talking to other people.
So let's dive into the news. This first headline is, I entitled it, "Well, Color Me Enraged." And this is just, it annoyed me because the opening line is like, here's the quote, it's like, "Well, this event goes under the heading of why didn't anyone think of this sooner?" And it's because someone decided to have a book signing in a bar. And I've been to numerous book events in bars. Me and Derek, like, we did a writing group that met in a bar for a while.
I know you did that one in Birmingham last year.
Yeah, we did that reading. A bunch of authors got together and did readings in a bar, and it just annoyed me that they were like, "Oh, well, why didn't anyone else think of this?" Lots of people have thought of this.
Tighten up.
Yeah. But that said, is like, hey, if you want to host literary events, just bars are good places. Like, people do better when they're a little loosened up with some liquor. So bars are good places to hold literary events. Just throwing that out there.
Chill bars, maybe not.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Oh yeah.
You can pick a good bar, like Crew. We did our Christmas book exchange.
Yeah, we did the book exchange at Crew here in Montgomery. That was great.
Yep.
Is that place not loud?
No.
It depends.
I mean,
sometimes they have
more
like music.
People loud.
Yeah, like they don't have like music blaring unless they have like a band
Okay.
there. So
Well,
it's
that
got
sounds
big, comfy armchairs and stuff like that, and like great.
Outside has like
liquor
a
menu.
fire pit and like places to hang out. It's really nice.
Yeah. All right, so here's a quick little bit of news. I got an update on our Ted Cruz beard watch.
Tell me about it.
We were talking, at first it was growing in, it wasn't looking good, and we kind of shit talked it, and then it grew in, and it was like, it's pretty good looking beard. Well, it's achieved its final form. It looks like what he's kind of running with. He's got a naked chin.
Does he really?
Yeah, like when you look at the pictures, like it honestly like weirdly made me think of a naked mole rat. Like it doesn't look bad, but like it's like his chin, like he needs a little chin wig to kind of fill it in.
It's just not full there.
It's not growing.
Does he
in.
have
It's
a
not
soul patch?
He's not shaving. No, you can tell like it's not that he's shaving his chin.
Yeah,
it's that
just
he
not
just
growing
doesn't
in.
grow hair there.
That's a bad place to have a patch.
That's a bad place to not be able to grow hair.
Well, then
But
I think that he just really needs to roll with it and groom differently. Just like have nothing
do
but
something
do
fucking...
a chin over, a comb
No,
over.
just mutton
Chops.
chops.
Oh yeah, no.
Actually,
Just
God.
go with mutton
I actually
chops.
think. Well, the other thing is like, and as a guy who's got a plethora of chins, I feel justified in saying this. Like, if you got multiple chins, grow that beard down a little bit.
Yeah.
Just kind of hide them chins. He's not fat, but you can tell
He's got a few extra.
He's got a few extra pounds, and
Don't we all though?
but
I got a lot of
he
extra.
keeps his beard
Same.
like neatly groomed,
Yeah.
but like also high on the jawline.
Yeah, I think I saw this picture.
Yeah.
you're
That
talking about,
accentuates the
and
chins.
it does. Like
Right.
it'd be more flattering if you would let it come down his neck a little
I
bit.
think what we're finding now is we made the joke earlier that he doesn't have friends that
Yeah.
grow beards.
Yeah.
He really doesn't.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of those things because anybody that's got a beard will tell you that certain styles fit certain face types.
Yeah.
And I feel like someone's giving him bad advice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, also, like, I've heard some weird things about, like, that, like, him and his wife, they live very, very different lives. Like, she's like a corporate executive. So
Maybe-
I don't think they spend a lot of time together.
So she's not
I
there to
wonder
be
if
like,
she's,
"Oh, honey."
if she's not there to really be like,
Maybe
this
try
is really
this.
seeing you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Ted Cruz, when you hear this,
Yeah.
I'm gonna, when
We
when this
support-
episode
we su-
goes up, I'm gonna add him on Twitter and be like, "Hey, boo, let us help you fix that face.
Yeah. Like,
I am creative consultant, Tanya. Let me creatively consult what you got growing on your face here."
because I mean, really, we have him to thank for our byline. Like may the blessing of the beard.
oh,
Yeah.
right.
There's a bit
yeah.
of news about him that gave us that.
Yeah.
So I feel like we could at least return the favor and like suggest some
different.
just a little
Or
different cut. I
mostly
think the
just-
chop. I think the big
think-
chops.
Oh, how
bring
great
that
would that
back.
be?
Bring back like our.
Isn't there-
You've always loved those fucking
Well, look,
chops,
our buddy
though.
Les, our writer buddy Les, he's rocking some wicked chops right now, and it's a good look for him.
Isn't there a look where like you've got chops, but they connect just to your mustache,
Yep.
so your
Yeah.
your chin is intentionally like a ventriloquist
One
dummy
of
open?
one of
Yeah.
the members of the tag team, The Revival on WWE television, has that. I don't know what it's called, but
I
it
don't
looks
either.
fantastic. It's
Nice.
real full here, and you just go rise up.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
I mean, if not everyone can,
he goes
pull that
hard
off.
all day, all night.
Yeah.
I mean,
All my proud Southern people, we be ready to fight, or who be ready to fight? Say yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
There you go.
All right, another quick little bit of news. This is not spoilery, but it is about Endgame. Mm-hmm. Apparently, Thor unveiled some beard magic. I hear,
Oh, right.
like
yeah.
his beard, like self-braided itself.
I don't know if it's self-braided. I just noticed that in one scene it wasn't braided, and the next it was.
No, apparently, if you watch, you can watch it.
I just could've missed
braid
it.
itself.
Oh, okay.
Like so, like Thor has beard magic, which
Makes
that just
perfect
makes him the
sense.
best superhero of all time
it-
now.
You should watch.
I hear I
this-
need to watch at least the second Thor.
No, third
Third Thor.
Ragnarok?
Thor. Ragnarok. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you would really like it. You
Yeah.
enjoyed Guardians of the Galaxy, and Ragnarok is very thematically similar
Yeah,
to.
because see, like the reason
Wait,
I like
he
Galaxy.
liked what?
He likes Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay, so
Yeah.
okay. Have neither of you have seen Endgame yet,
I
right?
have not.
Oh, I thought you'd seen it.
No, I wanted to. I just haven't had the opportunity
Oh.
with work being as
Yeah.
it is. I haven't been able to really get to a matinee, and
Yeah.
I'm not. I pay $4.39 for a
Yeah.
movie. That's it.
And you haven't had anything spoiled yet?
No, I don't talk to people. I've been really busy.
Well, after this, I need to talk to you, Bob.
Okay.
And I haven't gone on the internet looking for spoilers.
Yeah, we'll have a spoiler because I read the wiki.
Yeah. There's just one thing that I need to tell you about. And,
that we don't want to spoil it for folks, so we'll do it. All right.
Yeah.
So that was just a neat thing. Here's another quick little bit of news. This headline is. Oh, so my headline for the last one was Endgame, more like End Main.
Oh, that's nice.
I wish that there was actual hair braiding magic, because I would love to actually. This is like a complete aside. I don't have a beard, but I would love to be able to just like snap my fingers and have my hair just magically braid itself.
Yeah,
like
some
it's
Khaleesi
really hard
braids.
I'm just like a French braid to pull this shit up out my face instead of having to use a hair clip all the time, and then I could be like functional and cute. Right now, I'm just picking functional. Never cute. It's awkward. Fucking braid your hair all crisscrossy sideways. I'm like, I did it myself.
God damn it. All right, so this headline is called, well, that was very knobby of them.
Knob. What do we think? I think I know what it's going to be about.
Okay, Arkansas authorities are looking for a bourbon bandit who made off with 22 cases of whiskey from a tractor trailer parked in Crittenden County.
Yikes.
The Crittenden County Sheriff's Department says someone broke into the rig while it was parked on Interstate 40. More than 130 1-liter bottles of Knob Creek bourbon are missing.
Good God.
I'm not one to support crime, but if there's a fugitive from the law with 129 cases of Knob Creek at this point,
15 over this way, that'd be great.
I can hide you for a couple of days if you will drop off some Knob Creek. But no, apparently it's like parked on the side of the road kind of deal, and someone's like, "Oh well, mine now." Like just went in the back and just grabbed a bunch of shit.
What the heck? Like, and it was just that they
it's the
was
Robin
just
Hood
left
of our
there,
times,
or
honestly.
Huh?
It's the Robin Hood of our times.
well,
the knob in hood of our times.
Oh God. Well, it will be if they come and give us some of the Knob Creek.
Yeah,
if not, then
true.
they're just heinous villains.
Oh yeah. All right. So this one, I talked to you, Derek, but I didn't give you the notes. But this is the headline for this is Dalmore, more like a Dalmost. Okay. High-end Scotch whiskey maker, Dalmore, and Massimo Bottura, who is the executive chef of Modena, which is a 3-star Michelin restaurant. It's apparently ranked the #1 restaurant in the world right now. So they've partnered together to produce a one-off bottle of whiskey.
A one-off?
One-off. It's the Dalmore La Anima, aged 49 years. So
that's an investment to just come up with like.
Oh, how much do you reckon this bottle cost? It's
all of the money.
It's going to auction.
$2,000.
$2,000, Derek.
All of it.
All of it. So we have between 2 and all of the money. I'm going to say Tanya's closer, but not really close at all. They expect it to sell for at least
$800,000.
No, that was too high.
It's worth a shot.
But you were almost 85,000. So you had the 8 right.
Jesus.
They were basing that on
excessive.
a previous Dalmore auction. The rare 62 was expected to sell for $65,000, but went for $149,000 back in 2017. But okay, so here's what it tastes like, and this is when I was like, "This is some bullshit."
Yeah, okay.
There's no fucking way.
Right. What do we got here?
All right. The single malt has aromas of sun-kissed raisins, bitter chocolate, and old English marmalade, hints of Java coffee, demerara sugar, pecan pie, and creme brulee in taste. And the Sanguinillo blood oranges, figs, and treacle linger on the aftertaste.
So, all right, here's what the problem is. They probably have that number of different qualities on the tongue.
Yeah.
They just got a fucking thesaurus out and used the most pretentious language they could, and it makes it sound real ridiculous and unrealistic.
I mean, no, the way you just described it to me, in my head, this is going to taste like old leather that you've polished with like orange pledge.
No, I think it's like just because it's talking about like raisins and marmalade and creme brulee and sugar and blood oranges and whatnot. Like to me, it's like it's going to smell like an orchard, like maybe a vineyardy, orchardy kind of deal, and then it's going to taste kind of like that. But like just a lot of the things it was saying in here, like I don't really want my whiskey to taste like that.
I mean, I want creme brulee.
I don't want blood orange in my whiskey. I don't
know that.
Well, yeah. To be fair, I ain't never had it. So I don't really know, but
don't knock it till you had it.
Yeah. Sorry. Here's my last bit of news, and then we're gonna dive into Derek's new feature.
And I've got 2 of them.
Ooh.
Oh, snap.
All right. So this one is entitled "Err on the Side of Caution."
Mm-hmm.
Y'all may remember we did the bit of news about how Emily Winslow. She was the young adult author who she pulled her book, asked her book to be pulled.
Right, yeah, I saw this.
She changed her mind, and so here's what she was kind of said. Like, reeling from the criticism after pulling the book from publication, she took time to reread her manuscript several times and decided her critics were wrong. So it is getting tweaked slightly, but they say that they brought in some sensitivity readers and some people who are experts on like the slave trade, like Asian slave trade kind of deal, to really I didn't fuck up, right? And
they're like, no.
And yeah, so it's apparently there are some tweaks, but it is now going to get published in November.
Yeah,
Nice.
I saw that article come out, and I was like, that's probably the right way to do that. It's
Yeah.
like, if it causes that much of a stir, take a step back, look at it again, and be like, no, I think they're just wrong.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
this is just...
Well,
no.
Just because a lot of people were saying it doesn't mean they were right.
Yeah. I liked this quote from her editor. We ultimately think our young adult readers are very smart. They can read what they want to read and use their critical thinking skills to work through it.
There you go.
So, yeah.
That's the plan.
All right.
Good on them.
So I'm excited for this, Derek.
Okay.
Derek.
Okay,
All right, this
so-
is Derek's new feature.
This is the new segment called... Well, I've got 2 features.
Okay.
And they're called different things. We're workshopping them because
Okay.
I still haven't figured out exactly how I want to play this out. But
Yeah.
this is the first one. So we're playing buy or sell.
Okay.
I'm going to pick 3 books and explain what they are about in a few sentences, omitting as many specifics as possible so that you can't figure out what I'm talking about.
Okay.
In case you have actually read them.
Okay.
Maybe you haven't, maybe you have,
Okay.
but just to be safe. Then I'm going to ask each one of you, for each one, whether or not you buy or sell the...
Like, do I want to read this book or
Yes,
not? Okay.
exactly.
All right.
Okay.
bet.
Now, I do expect... I don't want onto this, yes, I want to read all of the things.
Right, yeah.
Oh,
People
clearly.
think we
Yeah.
can't be... I can't be my usual, fuck it, yeah, I'd read it.
Yeah, exactly.
Think about it critically.
And then...
I'd read Iffy McBoat Race. Sure.
Oh, God.
Oh, my word.
Just
Yeah.
kidding.
But then once we've done all 3, I'm
Okay.
going to ask you which one of them is the most interesting, and then I'll tell you what it is.
Okay, I'm with
Okay.
it.
All
I'm with
right.
it.
So we'll do this one first. Okay. So, book 1. Roaming magicians powered by mystical bonds to avian familiars protect the land from all manner of problems, from diseases to invasions. The organization follows strict rules against using their talents for personal gain and have managed to hold true to their founder's selfless tradition for nearly 1,000 years, with only one exception back in their founding. Now, rumors are spreading across the land that this dead mage has come back to life.
Okay.
And also, there are sightings of these selfless mages killing villages and burning crops. It's up to a young apprentice to discover the truth and end the chaos spreading across the land.
Okay, I would read that, but the reason why is, well, I don't know. Yeah, no, I'd probably read that. But what really caught me was their bird familiars. It made me think a little bit of Robin Hobb, kind of, and
Okay.
just I don't know, bird familiars, going around doing a bunch of stuff. It's sounded very druidy.
yeah,
and you
bird-
don't get a lot of druid
Bird
play.
familiar kind of made me immediately go this seems like a trope, but then I've never actually read anything.
Yeah, I can't
with
really
it.
think. Yeah, I mean, you see a wizard, or raven familiar, but it's not a thing.
Yeah,
You know?
but anyways, Tanya.
I don't know. That description, I mean, it kind of sounds interesting, but I don't know if I would read it.
Sell it. Buy?
Yeah, I'd buy.
I would take that shit to the thrift store.
There you go.
Okay.
Sell it. Okay, I like it. All right. Okay. Now, number 2.
What was it?
No, he'll tell us at the end because we got to
Oh.
pick which one we like the
And then I'll
most.
tell you the winner,
yeah.
and then I'll tell you what the other
Yeah.
2 were.
Okay.
Okay, I like
Okay.
it.
Book 2. For generations, a country dominated the world with miraculous powers from their gods, sweeping aside all who would oppose them. Until one day, their gods were killed, and the cruel society built upon them fell to the world's new geopolitical powerhouse. Now, simply a colonial outpost, their people are haunted by the marvelous and magical creations of their dead gods that live around them on a daily basis. A young diplomat is sent to take control of a city bubbling with discontent, at least officially. Unofficially, she's one of her nation's most accomplished spies sent to solve a murder. Things quickly become more complicated than expected, leading her to suspect the long-dead vindictive gods from the past may not be as dead as everyone
I
expected.
would
I
buy
would
the
so want
fuck
that.
out of that book.
Yes.
I want every piece of
Yes.
that book. It's got dead gods. It's got dead gods that maybe
Political
aren't dead.
intrigue.
Political intrigue, fallen empires, relics of the past. Like I have
Yes.
a partial
Buy?
chub.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm
Oh, yeah.
buying
Buy?
the fuck out
I'd
of
buy
that
2
book.
copies of that.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, book 3.
Okay.
I don't know how we're going to top that one, though.
Oh yeah. I mean, only if my erection goes down.
I thought the table was a little higher
Yeah.
than it was a minute
As you were
ago.
talking, I was like, oh, this is checking off like all of Bob's boxes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even think about it. Okay, so book 3. In the early days of the world, before civilizations were established and magic was still wild and untamed, there is a war between mages. A benevolent mage has created a majestic and intelligent griffin race to be his champions, to protect his lands from encroachment from his bitter rival. Countered by evil, ferocious birds of his own, the benevolent mage's counterpart seeks to usurp his land by any means necessary. As the war wages on, one of the great mage's seers has a vision of a powerful magical weapon being given to the enemy, one that could threaten the balance of the war. It's upon the greatest of the griffins to sneak across enemy lines and learn the truth of the vision.
I do like griffins.
I'm soft on this.
Yeah, like of the 3, I'm gonna say sell.
Okay.
This I do, but I do see the appeal. But like I've already got 2 other books I'm buying and reading right now,
Yeah.
so like I'm gonna say a soft sell.
Okay. And sell.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. This isn't speaking to me.
Mage War is really like that's intriguing.
Yeah.
But it doesn't sound like that's really the focus. It sounds
more
like
like
the focus
bird
is a griffin sneaking. And I don't sign on to griffins for them sneaking. I sign on to griffins for them eating the faces of those who displease them.
With
Fair,
their sharp,
fair.
pointy talons.
But they do.
the
They
chickens
do.
have
He
large
does
talons?
fly across enemy lines, and it's about him trying to survive behind enemy lines.
That
Not
is okay.
really
that-
but
yeah.
anyways, that's, sell
Okay,
is
so
fine.
what-
Okay.
yeah.
So of those 3, the second book was
Second book, hardcore.
okay.
Yeah.
So
I got a feeling
What-
I know
what
what
is that?
I'll now tell you what the books were
Okay.
in the least to best
least to
order.
best. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So the Griffin one was the least interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's The Black Griffin by Mercedes Lackey,
Okay.
Okay.
which I've read. Pretty good, but mostly I just chose that because it's really
you like
cool. that
griffins?
Yes, and it's
He does
really
like
that's
griffins.
kind of the reason I like Griffins
Yeah.
is that book, but also
Okay.
because I think it's cool that the Griffin's the main character. Like I like the idea of a
Oh, the
magical,
griffin is the main character.
Yeah,
Huh.
so I thought that was super cool.
Yeah.
Okay. The first book?
Okay, the first book is Children of Amarid by David B. Coe.
I've never read it,
But
you've read it, right?
I have,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think you have a copy.
I do.
In the next room. Actually,
I
I've
do.
seen it.
I
but
think
I've
I
never
know what
read
this.
it.
I think
I
I know
re-
what that second book
I
is.
really like that book, Children of Amarid,
Yeah.
just because it's very standard, and
Yeah.
and I like it because they have birds that give them magical powers, and then they focus the power that they receive between the bond through a magical crystal that
Okay.
is of a unique color for each person.
Ooh.
So,
I
So,
kind of like
like
Jedi.
Power Rangers
Yeah.
with their.
And they all have
Triceratops!
they all do like mage fire, and it's always the
Yeah.
color of their crystal, and it's super cool.
Ooh.
Anyways, and you can always tell like who did what by the color of their magic because you can see. Anyways,
Nice.
but it's
I
just
like that.
little things like that. That I
Yeah.
enjoyed. And City of Stairs by Robert Jackson Bennett is
Really?
the second book that you guys ordered.
Ah.
In my
Which
head,
I
I was
also
like, that
have.
kind of sounds a
don't
little
have
like
that.
Warbreaker, is what I was thinking.
No, that's not Warbreaker.
No, but it's.
Ooh, it was.
I could. No, yeah, no. Okay. All right. Yeah.
And if you'll remember, that was one of the books that I bought years ago, and was like, "Hey, I've got these couple of books. Which one do you want to read first?" And you're like, "I'll read that one," and you did not choose this one, and then I read it.
No, I'm filled with regret. Well, no, because I chose Goblin Emperor, right?
Oh yeah, that was the other one.
They
were both real good.
You know what? I've gotten to the point where like I don't reread books.
You kind of want to reread.
I'm going to reread Goblin Emperor soon.
Yeah,
like that's
after this following my second segment. I will tell you that I really want to reread one of these books, but I'm trying not to. But yeah, so the winner.
Yeah.
Nice.
City of Stairs.
Yeah, okay. So after I'm done with House of Leaves, I'm going to have to check that out.
Yep, I've got a copy of it sitting in my room.
Neat.
Cool.
Okay, so now the other segment is called, and I'm taking it back because you ruined it and never did it the way it was supposed to be done, Bob. Book Battle!
Book Battle, okay.
Okay.
I'm going to pick 2 books from a similar genre, preferably one classic and one less appreciated. I'm going to describe them without specifics and see which one you think sounds more interesting.
Okay.
Now, obviously, there's not going to be specifics, so some of these stories will sound similar.
Yes.
But if you can, also, if you think you know what it is, feel free to guess.
Okay.
But okay, so here we go. Book 1. Trained and tutored from birth for the dangers of court life, a young man must use every skill and ability taught to him when unforeseen circumstances throw him into the political fray too soon. Will strategic brilliance and years of training be enough to survive one of the most hostile environments imaginable, or hatred, drugs, and religious zealotry swallow him whole? That's the first one.
Okay.
The second one. A pampered noble is unceremoniously excommunicated from society and is left with nothing. He is forced to seek aid from dangerous people that likely hate him for the very warrior legacy never wanted, but which must now be embraced if he hopes to survive long enough to strike back against those who took everything from him.
Is the first book Goblin Emperor?
No.
I didn't... that's the only thing I could think that was close to it.
Jade City?
No.
Because Hilo was kind of raised.
I would pick the first book.
Okay, you would pick the first book.
I would pick the first book. Tanya, what would you pick?
So I've been raised to be a leader, but I'm not ready, but now I got to figure it out. Versus I got kicked out, now I got to figure out how to survive.
Right.
I'm going to take the second one.
Okay, that's interesting. I don't know how we decide who wins.
Me.
Since, I guess I could be the tiebreaker, and I'll tell you which one.
Yeah, what are the books?
Book 1 is Dune by Frank Herbert.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah.
See, I like the way I phrased the end to make sure you couldn't see it, because I was like, will strategic brilliance, he's a brilliant strategist, and years of training be enough to survive one of the most hostile environments imaginable?
Yeah.
And will hatred, drugs, and religious zealotry swallow his whole?
Oh, yeah. No. Wow. Yeah, that's perfect.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I like that.
I've been working on this all day.
Yeah.
And the other one is Deathstalker by Simon R. Green.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you would like Deathstalker.
Well, I liked it from that little synopsis.
I think we ended up picking correctly. I love the Deathstalker books too, but Dune is
the first Deathstalker book is like, I'm real hard pressed not to read that on my trip now. Because I hadn't thought about it.
I think it's actually free on Amazon Kindle. I think the first Deathstalker book. I think it's free on Kindle.
I might very well read that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Those
I like that.
Those are the 2 new segments. I don't know if I'll do them every week or one week and one another or what, but
yeah. Well,
we'll see.
Guys, let us know what you think. Let us know who picked the wrong book. You know,
I'm curious as to what other people would pick for both buy and sell.
I enjoyed this.
Yeah, no, this is good. I like this. So we'll keep this going. This is fun. So, but yeah. Did you have any new?
No, I'm good.
I think we're good on time too. So let's wrap this puppy up. As you
park outside my house, waiting for the return of someone else's phone.
Oh, is he here?
Yeah.
All right. So as you approach the week, as you perhaps maybe you ran late when your friends were expecting you to arrive at a certain time. I hope that you know that your friends still love you even through their frustration at you, and may the blessing of the beard be upon you.
Oh, man. Thanks for listening to this episode of Books, Beards, Booze. Our co-hosts are Bob, Derek, and Tanya. Our producer is Bob. For more information, visit our website, booksbeardsbooze.com. Follow our social media at Tales by Bob. If you enjoyed this podcast, please rate, subscribe, and share. Okay, bye.